This podcast has been brought to you by SeekersGuidance, the global Islamic seminary. Help us spread the light of prophetic guidance to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Make a small donation at SeekersGuidance.org/donate. For as little as $10 a month, you can help people find life-changing guidance.
What is the purpose of life? Right? What is the purpose of life? And to give a brief answer, bi'idhnillah, the Prophet ﷺ used to recite the closing verses of Surah Ali Imran, the third surah, verse 190 to 200, when he got up for his night devotional worship. And this is an established sunnah. If you get up for night worship, Qiyam al-Layl, it's recommended that you recite this and reflect upon it. Sometimes the Prophet ﷺ used to recite these verses looking at night towards the sky. The ulama tell us, if you're not able to get up for night vigil worship, you can recite it at Fajr, before you pray Fajr, or after you pray Fajr. If you forgot to recite it, you want to do it during the day and reflect, you can do it. Before you're heading out to work, sit on your porch for 2-3 minutes, recite these verses or listen to them, which also fulfills the sunnah. And in these verses, the believer who reflects on the createdness of the heavens and the earth and the change that takes place by day and by night and by day, realizes if they reflect and they remember Allah, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا, you have not created this without purpose. Subhanak, glory be to you. Life is a gift from God. And God is the all-wise. He is Al-Hakim. Everything that the most perfect does manifests wisdom, manifests benefit, manifests mercy. And our lives have a wisdom. In one sense, life is miserable. There's a novelist, and I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want to put anybody down, but she was asked, do you plan to write any happy novels? Because her novels, though beautifully written and painfully eloquent, are deeply sad. Because the human condition can appear miserable. And she responded that no, because the nature of the human condition is this deep, unshakable sadness. Likewise, one of the poets was asked about life, and he said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Because if you realize you're going to die and then you're gone, if you think about it, that should trouble you, make you uneasy, and would either make you depressed or make you hedonistic. Then let's just party till we die, or go back and forth between the two meanings. But the believer realizes that there's a purpose to this life. That purpose is delineated in the Quran. It's summarized in the Fatiha, the opening chapter of the Quran. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, guide us to the path that is straight. Guide us to you. Guide us to your good pleasure. Guide us to the eternal good of paradise. A path taken by those before us, of those blessed by you, O Lord. Not the path of those lost or astray. Right? Life has a purpose. The purpose of this life is the next life. This life is an exam. The purpose of the exam is not the exam. It is what you do after the exam. The purpose of this life is seeking the examiner, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The purpose of this life even before the next life, is to be with your Lord, to be with God in this life. And the one who realizes that, لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ, those who find God have the glad tidings, Allah tells us in the Quran, in this life and also in the next. That is the purpose of life. The purpose of life is to find God. The purpose of life is to experience true love. The purpose of life is gratitude. The purpose of life is true joy, true contentment, but it is attained through true devotion. So that's a little bit of what we can say about what is the purpose of life.
Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the Global Islamic Seminary. Visit SeekersGuidance.org to access reliable Islamic knowledge taught by qualified teachers. We offer a wide range of courses, podcasts, articles, and a world-class answer service. Support us in spreading free, reliable Islamic knowledge to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Visit SeekersGuidance.org/donate and make a small monthly commitment today. Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever guides someone to goodness will have a similar reward." So don't forget to share this podcast and spread prophetic guidance.